deal perspective, you as a real estate agent / mortgage broker, if you put out content, you're going to get more awareness. Clients are going to want to work with you. So I think people get it. I think where most though, and Laura and I deal with this on a daily basis from the ground up company, that they just can't get fucking started. Mm-hmm. And they're before I kind of go on my rant on why they don't get started, what's your take on this, Matt? Because you and I've never really kind of rapped about this. Like, where do you see, because it comes natural to you, brother. Like, guys, girls, like, you got to follow this guy. Just go follow him. If you're my real estate investors, my real estate clients, you heard him. He's going to come up with a mentorship program for Airbnb. You might want to connect with the guy. You know what I mean? Go check out his Instagram. These videos come very natural to him. And I understand that, because it come natural to me as well, and I have a blast doing it. But what does the average Joe Schmo, how do they get started? Like, what's that process look like for them, brother?
Well, the majority don't get past that first barrier.
Which is?
The fear barrier of actually getting started. It's those demons in their head that are like, oh, why me? Like, why would I be a podcast host? Or why would someone watch my video? Who's gonna like my education piece on the market, you know? So I'd say, like, I don't even know a percentage. I don't even want to toss a number out there, but majority of people won't get past that first barrier because they're just defeating themselves with their own conversation in their own head.
I'm going to say it's high. I'll throw out the percentage. Okay. Don't worry. 90, I'm going to say 90. 95. I was going to say 95%.
Yeah, I would say so too. Like 95%. Yep. You're not, everyone's you're losing the battle as soon as your inner voice has that negativity towards you.
And sorry, Matt, to cut you off. The reason I said 95%, because I know in the real estate business, 5% of the agents do 95% of the business.
Agreed. I was the same way though. I was a bit shy as a kid. Like, I played sports my whole life. I was like a mute. I didn't talk in the change room. Everyone's like, do you speak? You know, like that was just me. I was super shy. I was like insecure. I was like no confidence in the world. I was just like super scrawny and stuff. And there's a lot of work I had to put in to like overcome that. So when I first started to make my first real estate video, sucked. And I always look back at it this day and laugh. And I love that it happened the way it happened.
Do you still have it?
I do.
Is it still on your profile and stuff? Good.
And I won't take it off.
This is why you're just somebody that you and I are going to be together for a very long time, because you're my guy.
Yeah.
Like, you're my kind of guy. Like,
I want people to see it.
100%.
Like, okay, look at him now. Look where he was. Like, okay, that's me too right now. Yeah. Like, I can get there too then. So it's just that first battle. As soon as people can defeat that first battle with themselves and just get started and just not care what other people think, or that they're able to achieve what these other people are achieving, then you're set. You're on to the races.
I love that. Laura, you always talk about something that Matt said, which is, why are people going to give a shit? You were there, right? Yes, at the start. Yes. Like, why are they going to give a shit what I have to say?
Yeah.
How did you get over that?
Yeah, at some point you kind of just got to do it anyways. And no, look, maybe they won't give a shit. That is a very possible reaction by people. Maybe you don't have enough experience. Maybe you don't have the right education. Maybe you really shouldn't be talking. But if you want something, you're going to kind of have to lean into that fear anyways and see. There's a sense of curiosity as to, okay, maybe, but what if I can? What if I am worth speaking? What if I am educated enough? And again, that curiosity of the possibility for you. And I think there's some small hacks people can do, right? Like, if you're like, well, there's no way I can put myself on camera tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. You don't need to do that. But what are some other ways we can overcome fear? Like, for example, I'm going to Mexico City in a couple weeks. And my husband was just telling me that like, bugs is a thing. Like, they put bugs in the dishes, and it's like, I don't know, it's a thing. And I was like, oh, that's so gross. I'm not doing that. The second I said it, I was like, oh, damn it. Now I have to do it. Because I don't want to, because I'm scared.
Challenge, yep.
And my husband's like, but why? Like, who are you doing this for? I'm like, myself.
Yeah.
This is like my own little challenge. So it's like finding those things in your life that are small and inconsequential. It doesn't matter to anybody in this world if I ever eat a bug or not. But I know that by doing it, I'm not much further to, okay, I've overcome another thing I'm scared of. So finding those things in like your daily life and then kind of working toward it being content, I think it's a good strategy.
And it's addicting. Because then it's like, what can't I achieve now? Right?
It does get addictive.
Those barriers get larger and larger and more significant, and you're overcoming like incredible feats over and over and over,
and you want to just keep
going,
right? Like, it's just a belief that you have that something bad's going to happen. It doesn't mean there's any facts to something bad's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's a rational thought. It's completely in your mind. And so learning how to tame it and control it, I think is a lifelong journey for most people. So it doesn't come naturally for anyone really, but it's putting in those reps. And I think that kind of gets you further along on your journey.
I actually think the Ryan Serhants of the world have it, the Gary V's of the world have it, but they've just learned to kind of, what Laura mentioned, lean into it now and actually use it as more of a propeller of momentum than anything else. Where I actually think a lot of people get stuck is right here with SKIDO, which stands for stop comparing yourself to others. And how I tie that in, this is the success table of elements. So back in school, like I really didn't know what the fuck the periodic table of elements were. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make my own success table of elements. So they're 13 being a lucky number. But I point to SKIDO, stop comparing yourself to others, because when it comes to content, I think a lot of people are looking at Laura now and saying, because you get it in the bathroom, I get a lot of women coming up into our meetings and saying, well, it's so natural for her. It's so easy for her. But Matt can just like look at his videos. They're so he looks so good on them, and he articulates himself well. Jazz, we've seen you do videos kind of live. Like you just go do your thing and you don't care about the ums and the ahs. Like it's so easy for you. Well, you're comparing my 1000th video to like your first, bro. Like you can't insult yourself. You can't insult me. You can't insult Laura and Matt, because like we're just a little further along the journey right now, right? To Matt's point, my first video sucked ass. Everyone's video generally probably sucked.
Super cringe.
God, you know what I mean? Even if you tried to do that video like that again, you wouldn't be able to, because what you're looking for is confidence. And unfortunately, the only way that you get confidence is through experience, because experience breeds confidence. And so you have to get to a place where you just get started so you can start doing.
It's funny. We get it when it comes to sports, right? Like if you were to come skiing, you wouldn't expect to be at the level of skiing that I have, since I've been doing it since I was 4. Like that would be a ridiculous thing to think that you were going to go down the hill and beat me in a race, for example, right?
Why not?
Right?
I'm kidding.
Trust me. No. But we get it. We fundamentally get it when it comes to sports. It's something about public speaking and things that are like our more day-to-day life that we think we should be good at them. Like everyone thinks they should be good at public speaking, or they should be good on camera. They should be charismatic. They should be good at sales phone calls. Like all these things come with experience. Yes, some people have a little bit more natural talent. Some people are like better athletes generally than others, and better at being on camera than others. But most of us all kind of start as pretty average, and we kind of just build on it from there. So I always think it's funny when people say, oh, Laura, you wouldn't understand the fear I'm going through. I'm like, are you kidding me? I like sweat through my blazers the first couple times I was doing videos, like so scared, couldn't sleep the night before, but I did it anyway.
In terms of leaning into it, I want to give people some practical stuff. Matt, what's a way that someone can just kind of lean in to doing video?
Do it with people you're comfortable with.
Meaning?
Like if you can't record yourself, record with a very good friend, a family member, a partner, because then they're the other person behind the camera. Like my biggest holdback for myself on my first video was I didn't know the videographer. She just came for that day.
Yeah.
I didn't vibe with her at all. So I couldn't be myself. I just couldn't, even if I tried. So I was completely someone else. And it made me way more nervous, So to have someone that helps you feel comfortable, the end result will likely be a little bit better, and then it just gets better and better from there. And then it doesn't matter who's behind the camera after.
I like that. Laura, you?
Yeah, I think it's worked well with some of our clients. We have like a content coaching program that we offer, where it really starts off with you just putting the camera on by yourself. You're not even going to use this content, and you're just speaking to the camera. I don't even want you to say a tip or script anything. I literally want you to turn the camera on, look at it, and just say like, hi, my name is, and today I ate this, whatever it is, just to like learn how to speak in front of a camera. Because what happens is people know exactly what they want to say. And then all of a sudden we say action, or the recording light goes on, and then it's because something about that lens just scares people, and even a phone lens, like whatever it is. So I think having that kind of moment and practice with just the camera on, where the content, whatever comes out of it, really doesn't matter, can be useful.
So I'll just go a completely different way, just because I want to give it a little different value. But both the tips that these two gave, I think will work very well for a lot of people. The way that I think that you can also do it is actually just go live. And I know that might be, using Laura's earlier word, like a mind fuck with a lot of people. It's true, because you're like, what are you talking about, bro? I've never done a video. But what happens when you go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, you could do live on any one of them. You can even do it on TikTok as well, is that because you're live, you're not necessarily thinking that, oh, okay, who's watching this, and oh my God, who's sharing it, who's going to share it, okay, how are they gonna edit this out? You just go.